I am Maricita Colors in English. We are in a short live. A moment. I try to make good my camera. Hello, how are you, my dear friends? Today we will knitting. Hoy día vamos a tejer a 2 agujas, en español, tricot. Look, this is my new pattern. You can find it here on my channel. Maricita Colors in English is the last pattern, free. So you can find it, this pattern free here on my channel. I made it with cable stitch. This size is a size for teenagers until for us, the adults. Thank you to be here and give one like to my video. I am Maricita Colors, and look, this is another Benny hat or slouchy that I have here on my channel. It's the Benny September. I use a lot. This Benny hat is one of my lip limbs, of my favorites. I use the rib stitch. How is the name of English? Brim. I think the last time I made my pattern in English and I was looking for the names of the parts of the Benny hats in English. I will see how is the name. Thank you to be here. We are in a short live today. I will show you how I made my Benny hat or slouchy. Let me see. Yeah, I find here like brim. Let me hear. Brim. Okay, brim. Brim. En español we speak different. Thank you. En español we say pretina, borde. This is the same. I made both with the rib stitch. Rib stitch en español, punto elástico. I will let you both patterns on the comments and on the description box, when I finish this live. We are in a live, en un vivo, en español. Here in Germany now is 11:46 minutes. Las 11:46 de la mañana. In the morning. 11:46 and morgens auf Deutsch. Thank you to be here and thank you for your life. Okay, heute or today I will show you how you can begin to make the rib stitch, punto elástico en español. I use for this Benny approximately 80 grams of merino yarn. And my Benny with cable stitch, I made it too with merino. Another mark of merino. I prefer this. Is more nice. This is nice too. The color I love, but has a little flus, pelusa en español, and this has not this flus. But you can find different yarns of merino in all the stores. I bought these yarns here in Germany and I love this, really. It's very nice. Before I begin to make the rib stitch, I want to invite you to subscribe here on my channel, Maricita Colors in English. I have more of 300 patterns of knitting and crochet here on my channel. Hello, thank you to be here. Look, this Benny hat, I made it for my channel in Spanish. I have two, my channel in Spanish. I made it in crochet. And look, I made this, the rib stitch in crochet. This is crochet, chicos. Look, it's very nice too. I have not this pattern still in English, but I will let you the link in the comments and on the description box when I finish this live, I will let you this link, because now YouTube make the translation in a lot of language. So maybe this is in Spanish, you can hear me in Spanish, and maybe you can change in the settings, you can change the Untertitel in English, of Dutch, and subtítulos en español, you can change in your language. I saw that YouTube make a lot of translation of another language. So this is in crochet. You want to learn to make this rib stitch or this pattern? Write me on the comments. But I will let you the 3 patterns on the comments and on the description box. This I made in English, and this is my last pattern in English too. I made with my boys. And yesterday I made this pattern in Spanish of the rib stitch in crochet. I will show you a little. I use the hook number 4 millimeters, and before I show you in the in knitting, I will show you a little par stitches in crochet. Look, I use the double crochet in relief, on relief. I use the knit and purl stitch. I give these names to my stitches. It's the double crochet, but only we catch the stitches of different way. Look, I will make the knit stitch in crochet, yarn over, and here I find the knit stitch of the previous round. Yarn over, we bring one loop, we let a little the yarn over, we pass for 2, yarn over, and we pass for 2. This is the knit stitch. Now I will join the round. I find the 2 chains of the beginning, that is like the purl stitch, and here up is 1 stitch, and I make 1 slip stitch, ready. Again, to begin the row or round, I make 2 chains like the first purl stitch. Yarn over, I find the knit stitch, I make 1 knit stitch like the double crochet. It's the double crochet, only that we catch the stitches different. Now I will make 1 purl stitch in crochet. Yarn over, and we make from the reverse to the front. We pass the double crochet and we go to the reverse again. Yarn over, we pass the yarn for the stitch, we make the yarn a little loose, yarn over, we pass for 2, yarn over, we pass for 2. This is the rib stitch in crochet. Tomorrow I will show you how you must begin. Today we will make in knitting, okay? Let me on the comments if you want to learn to make this nice stitch. And look, this is the rib stitch. When you make more rounds, it's more stretch, more elastico. It's the same in the Benny hats. When you make more rows, it's more the stretch. But this I will show you tomorrow, is this. This is one tapestry style, we say in Spanish. This is one Benny that is ready on Spanish, in Spanish. And I will let you the pattern on the comments and on the description box when we finish this live. Okay, we will make the rib stitch in knitting. You will see, it's very nice. This technique of knitting is my liebling. like say the Germans, Lieblings. My favorites. Muchas gracias por tu like, subscribe you, and activate the bell to receive the post when I have a new video or live here on my channel. I am Maricita Colors, and you can find me too on Facebook, Instagram, and now TikTok. Maricita Colors. My name is Maria del Carmen, but in course, in little, in kleine, is Maricita. Okay. Oh, sorry. I must make good the tripode. Perfecto. Here on my pattern, how many stitches I have? I have 10 cable stitches. Every cable stitch is 8 knit stitches, and between every cable stitch I have 2. So we count together. 10 times 8, 80 stitches. Remember, 80. 10 times 2 is 20. Really? 10 times, or no, here I have 4 stitches, sorry, 4. 10 times 4 is 40. 80 plus 40 stitches, here I have 120 stitches. And this is a size for teenagers and for us, the adults. Approximately for the circumference must be 48 centimeters until 52 centimeters. For men is a little bigger. Remember that is a little stretch, so you don't must make exactly the 48 centimeters. Maybe you can make 46 centimeters. Okay. I have 120 stitches in this Benny hat. So I will make a little pattern of the rib stitch, punto elástico en español. I will use this bamboo, ich glaube, I think are bamboo, it's not holes, I think, 4 millimeters. To calculate the stitches, we must use numbers par. Par is 20, 40, 80, 120. This is a par number. Or even number. Let me see the computer. Let me see, I have the computer here and I can read all. Thank you to be here, and thank you for your life, for your like. Even numbers. Even numbers. En español es números pares, par, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 20. This is a even number. En español, números pares. Okay. To calculate the yarn, by example, when I want to make 120 stitches for my Benny, I must involve 120 times the yarn for calculate the yarn. But here is a little pattern, remember. Thank you for being here. So we calculate first the yarn. I will make maybe 30 stitches. That is an even number. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 y 30. 30 times the yarn on the needle. When you want to make 100 stitches, you must make 100 times the yarn on the needle, only to calculate the yarn. Okay, now we let some centimeters and we make out. And from here, with the yarn that we calculate, I will make the cast on. So first I will make out this armband that make noises. Okay, thank you to be here. I will make the cast on in my style. I come from Peru, South America, and my style is this. Maybe you have another style, but this is mine of German. Okay, we catch the yarn from the calculated. With our fingers, we help us. And look, we insert here in the center. I will make it slowly. From the left, izquierda, we make a big loop. Look. And inside of this loop, we bring the yarn of the right. We help us with the needle. Now I have 2 stitches, 2 puntos tenemos aquí. Again, now with the needle to the front, and we have this yarn. From the left, we make a big loop, and with this big loop, we bring inside to the needle. Not so loose, not so tight, Vite, por favor, please. Left, the big loop inside the another yarn, and we pull. Not so tight, no muy apretado en español. Left, right to the needle. Left, right to the needle. Izquierda, a big loop, and we bring inside of this loop the yarn that is now on the needle. You must try for that you can make the stitches little to little. You will make only a little patience, un poquito de paciencia, chicas. The nice is when we finish our penny hats. This is the nice. Or when you finish your poncho, your pullover, your cardigan, your headband. Hola, hola niña, ¿cómo estás, Biguettes? How are you? Now I am in the lesson in English. Muchas gracias to be here. Muchas gracias por estar aquí, mi niña. Ok, seguimos. Izquierda, derecha a la aguja. Needles, agujas en español. Yarn, hilo en español. I will let you, when I finish this pattern or this live, I will let you the 3 patterns free, that you find free. I will let you on the comments and on the description box. Muchas gracias to comment. Thank you to comment. Give one like to my video and share it. Look. Una excelente profesora. Ay, muchas gracias, Aniña. She's Aniña is one of my. I am a teacher in Spanish too in the afternoons. Thank you, my dear. Okay, we count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 30. We have 30 stitches and we have the yarn not so long. Sometimes when I was a kid, when I make this, always I have so long the yarn. But now I learned this technique. Thank you to be here, and thank you for your like. Hola Priya, Janjoa. Thank you to be here. Gracias, muchas gracias. Okay, we turn the needle and we begin to make the knit stitch in knitting. I love this technique. It's my favorite, mi favorita. Okay, chicas, empezamos. We begin. Wir fangen an auf Deutsch. Okay, the first stitch, you must have careful, look, because it's the yarn here. So we must have careful, okay? We enter into the stitch and the needle goes down the left needle. The yarn, I always make like this, I try, and the yarn come between the 2 needles. Look, the needle back, and we go out for the same stitch. And I repeat. We insert the needle into the stitch. We bring the yarn into the center of both needles and we catch the new yarn and this goes out. This is the knit stitch. Yarn to the front and I will make the purl stitch. The rip stitch, el punto elástico, es un punto derecho y un punto revés y repetimos. The rip stitch is one knit and one purl stitch and we repeat. We made the first like knit stitch. Now the second is the purl, so with the needle from the right to the left and the needle is over this needle from the left. Yarn involve the needle and the needle back, and here is the new yarn. So we go out from the stitch and we have the new stitch and this goes out. To make the knit stitch, yarn to the back, this is the knit stitch, yarn to the front, we make the purl, yarn to the back, we make the knit, yarn to the front, we make the purl, and now only you must repeat. Again, the knit stitch, I will make this for that you can see better. Yarn between the two needles and now here appears the new stitch. The needle back and catch this new stitch and goes out. Yarn to the front, we make the purl from right to left. We involve and yarn here to the front and the needle go back and here is the new yarn that is the new stitch. This goes out. Yarn to the back, one knit, yarn to the front, one purl. And only you must repeat un punto derecho, un punto revés, un punto derecho, un punto revés, one knit stitch, one purl stitch. Try to make every day a little for that you can make these two stitches. These two stitches, knit and purl, are the basics stitches in knitting. With these stitches you make all the threads. Look. Hello, my dear popper girl. Knitting is so much harder than crocheting, I think. Yeah, maybe a little more laborioso, we say in Spanish. Nicht difficult, laborioso. It's a little more work, maybe. Thank you, my dear. Aquí en Brasil llamamos un punto medio, un punto tricot. Ah, el tricoso. Sanfona un por uno. Ah, uno por uno. Tendiendo un poquito, mi querida niña. Muchas gracias. Ok, punto derecho. Yarn into the front. Punto revés. Yarn to the back. Punto derecho. By example, to me, this technique of tricot is more easy as crochet. Because I made this as I was a kid, I maybe 7 years old, I learned with my mama. So for me, it's family. Okay, here I make one knit and we finish with one purl stitch. Look, we make one purl stitch. So in this first row, we beginning with one knit and we finish with one purl stitch. Why? Because when we join together the work, the pattern continuing. One knit, one purl, one knit, one purl. Gracias, my dear niña. Okay, we turn the knitting work. Thank you to be here, my dear memory crochet. Thank you. Okay, now we are in the reverse of the work. I will show you how I see which is the front and which is the reverse. Okay, here, when you make one knit stitch, here in the opposite is one purl, and when we finish with one purl, here is one knit stitch in the front. So we begin again with one knit stitch. This is 2 because we use even number, one purl and one knit stitch, one knit and one purl stitches. It's better to make the rib stitch with the needles for the border. Maybe you can begin with one number 3 of the needles, and after this the work is with the number 4, because like this the work is a little more stretch. Yarn to the back and we make one knit, one purl, one knit, one purl, and remember too that you must make one little pattern with your yarn and needles, and with this you can calculate how many stitches you need for your work. One knit and one purl stitch. One knit and one purl stitches. One purl, punto revés en español, y un punto derecho en español. We say these names in Spanish. Punto derecho, punto revés. Cuando tejemos, when we make the knit, we must have the yarn to the back. One knit, yarn to the front, and we make the last purl stitch. For that the border is uniform, you must pull a little. And look, now you can see the stitches. The knit stitch, punto derecho, and the purl is like canoten. Como puntos, como decimos en español, como los canoten. I don't remember now in Spanish. Okay, to me, when the yarn of the beginning is in the right side, this yarn, this is the front of the work. Why? Because these are the canoten, and in the reverse are like lines. Sure, you can use both sides, the side that you prefer. But here on my beanies, by example, this is and the reverse. These patterns I will let you at the end of this workshop on the comments and on the description box. This is the knitted beanie September, and this is the knitted beanie Annabella. And this is only in Spanish, but remember that you can change in the settings, on the settings, you can change the language and the subtitles in your language. Thank you, my dear memory. Okay, now we are in the front and we begin again with the knit stitch and ready. We have all the steps that you can make your rib stitch. This rib stitch you can use for the borders, for waistbands. You can make two shawls or scarves with this nice stitch. Remember always to make the little pattern to know how many stitches you need to make your beanie hat. My beanie hat I made with the needles number 4, and I use 70 grams of merino yarn and has 120 stitches. So if you use a similar yarn and the number 4, you can make your beanie with 120 stitches. If you want make one bigger, one size bigger, maybe you can make 12 stitches. Is 12 multiple of number 12, because I count the cable together with the 4 stitches between every cable stitch. Thank you to be here. Thank you for your like. We have 10 likes. Muchas gracias, my dear friends. I think this is a good time to make the live here. Thank you to be here. Now here in Germany it's 12 and 15 minutes. Las 12:15, we say in Spanish. So when you have, we finish here with the pull stitch. We pull a little, and one tip, when you how you can see that your needles are correct for the yarn in the borders. You can notice this, because if you see that the border is okay, is not so loose, the needles are okay. But when you use one needle bigger for your yarn, you will see that the borders are super loose. El gusto de hacer la barra de gorro con una aguja de número menor. Exacto, this is das Beste, this is the better. But this both, I use the same number of needles. Both I made with the same needles. This is the number 4 millimeters, and here I use the 3,50 millimeters. I love this beanie hat. I will let you photos on my Instagram of my gorro, my beanie September, and in the publication of YouTube. And on my Facebook, Maricita Colors in English too. Look, the first stitch, I pull a little extra for that the border is uniform. Yarn to the front, the pull stitch, yarn to the back, the knit stitch. So if you are new, this is the 2 stitches that you must practice to make all the stitches in knitting. Zum Beispiel, by example, this is the garter stitch and that is the stockinette stitch. I alternate garter and stockinette, garter and stockinette. At the end, I made some decreases, and these all you can watch on my pattern. Gracias, mi querida niña. Quizás nos vemos más tarde. We see us better or later. Thank you, my dear. Que tengas un bonito día. Have a nice day. My dear niña is in Brazil. Thank you, my dear friend. Muchas gracias. Okay, yarn to the front, we make the pull. I always catch the yarn like this. Yarn to the front, the pull, yarn to the back, the knit. If you are new, try to make these stitches with a yarn that is not so teeny, maybe a little bigger, for that is more easy to learn the stitches. When you learn the stitches, after this, you can make with all the yarns. And remember, you make more rows and this brim or border will be more stretch. This is the trick. Look, I pull like this and look the border. How do you see the borders? This yarn is so teeny, is very teeny, but with the number 4, maybe it's okay. With the number 5, no. Maybe with a 3, is good too, or 3.5 millimeters. And look our beautiful rib stitch. Look, you can see on your pattern too if the stitches are, if your thread is a little tight, is a little loose. Look, how do you see here? With this needle, I think is a little loose with this yarn. This yarn is very teeny. But zum Beispiel, by example, how do you see with this merino yarn? It's beautiful. I love this merino yarn, really. I made not a commercial because I don't, I bought this yarn, but really it's very nice, this merino yarn. The color is not so like this. Here is like gray, but here, look, is beautiful. Hola Palak Jaisin. I made the rib stitch in knitting, and tomorrow I will make the knit stitch, the rib stitch in crochet. This is crochet. This is crochet too. Look, crochet. Okay, my dear friends, this was today the live of today. Before I finish this live, I want to invite you to subscribe here on my channel, Maricita Colors in English. It's total free. Remember, activate the bell when to receive the post when I have a new video here on my channel, Maricita Colors in English. I have my channel too in Spanish, and you will find it on the description box. You can watch my videos too in Spanish, and you can make the change of the translation. And now a big machine is in the street and made so much noises. Okay, my dear friends, you can find me too on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And remember that I will let you these two patterns that I have ready on my channel. I will let you on the comments and on the description box. And this pattern too, that this is only in Spanish. If you want that I made the translation, write me, and we will see if I made the translation in English. Okay, muchas gracias, and we see us tomorrow with another pattern in live. Ciao, ciao. Thank you, my dear friends. Hasta la vista. Thank you for your like.